Are you done stirring?
Never done stirring the pot.
Some say you're still stirring from today onwards. Cue that meme. Few hours later, still stirring.
That's how it is.
What's up, guys? And welcome back to another episode of Kicks and Culture with me and Putera.
We're back. Episode 4, baby.
As always, let's start off with an on feet. You want to go? Because I know you're dying to show off your shoes today.
My shoes are dying, but I'm also dying to show it off.
All right, you can go.
Okay, let's go, baby. Here we go.
Wow.
One for the grails.
Wow. Hey, if you were around, if you know, you know.
Yep. If you all know, this is one of the classics.
If you don't know, tell us about it.
Ooh, so this was released as part of Virgil Abloh's Off 10, the Nike 10 collab. And I think this was the first Converse that he released. And I'm sure if you and me know, but for everybody, it was a complete deconstruction of how shoes were made. And the amount of materials and meticulous process he went to create each like model was, you know, until today, when you sit back and look back from a macro point of view, you really appreciate it, you know, all the panelings, all the wordings he's gone into it, you know, like until today, this really one of the shoes I sayang lah. And as you can tell, I've used it to the point where there's major discoloration, which annoys him for some reason. But
I mean, I'll
call it out. It's okay.
It's piss yellow, dude.
That's the point. Rustic, bro. That's the way.
No.
You appreciate things for what they are.
So I remember when this whole pack saw release. And the thing was, when it all released, right, no one really understood the idea behind the designs. So everybody thought that, show is exposed, but no one really expected it to be yellowed.
Yes.
Right? Not until after the first 6-7 months where people started wearing their pairs, and then they were like, hey, oh shit, it's turning yellow so fast.
Exactly.
Literally oxidizing on the spot. So even for pairs like, let's say, like this pair, people who wear it, this was transparent. For those of you who don't know, the original color and form was transparent blue.
Right? Yes.
But bluish like a tint, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like this yellow. So until as more and more people wore it, and obviously it oxidized, and then it became like this, which is the original idea behind its design anyway, which is genius. But not a lot of people, like you said, it was something that was never seen before. Like shoes becoming yellow and actually being a trend, like being vintage. Right? And that sort of led into the original 10 pack, all shoes were yellowed. If you think about it, Prestos, right? The Off-White Prestos, the swoosh will crack in yellow. The Jordan 1 Chicago is that one from the first wear itself, the materials would fray, the foam would be exposed.
But that's the point, right? He wants it to be customizable to each wearer. Right.
But to a point where eventually it all looks the same because they're all yellow anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have seen not just this pair, but the other pairs, the 97, the MX90, like they're all yellow, piss yellow. Right? So, I mean, some people like that, some people don't like that. Me, personally, I don't think I could wear this.
Again, to each their own.
I respect it, but I don't think I could wear it.
Yeah, so if most people didn't know, but actually Converse is owned by Nike now.
Yeah.
So hence why this was part of the top 10 the 10
collection.
Yeah, so one thing that I appreciated the fact that it's transparent, you could wear funky colors,
socks.
funky colored socks, right? And people are wearing like bright yellow socks, bright purple socks.
The pink ones
you know,
as well.
the pink ones, right? So amazing collab and detailed going into each part of it. But of course, Nike being Nike, you know what happened after, right?
They released more.
And this is the case where
one.
This is the case where not necessarily more is good.
Yeah.
And you know, the fact that they released the all white canvas one, that really annoyed me because it's like, what was the purpose?
The 2.0s.
Yeah. There was not, the materials are essentially the same as any other Converse. There was no hint of Virgil's, touch on this, right?
The wording.
Yeah, the wording was, vulcanized, all that. Yeah. And it kind of annoyed me a bit and made me kind of step back from this. But now, after his passing and all that, I wear this from time to time. And as a shoe, I really do appreciate it more and more as it goes on.
How many Off-White pairs do you still have?
So I've got the Chicago one, still unused, still kept in pristine condition. Yeah. I've got the MX90 and the Prestos and this one.
Interesting.
So the rest I'm a bit, kamsi kamsa if I want it or not.
No, by the time all the stuff you get now is already yellowed anyway.
Yeah,
but so it doesn't.
But I think for me personally, my favorite out of that was the Off-White Prestos.
Yeah.
Just the terms of quality and the color And like you said, the touch that he does.
Would you say
onto it.
it's the best out of the whole pack?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The original
For
one?
sure.
The best?
The best to me.
Okay,
And also it's
okay.
wearable, you can wear it every day, be comfortable.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the best part is the lace swap.
Oh, I never lace on mine. I just keep it stock. White laces, dude.
No, mine is one red, one green.
We got something special today, right? In case you were wondering, bam! We have the Nike Air Force One Oregon Ducks of a Feather. So, if you didn't know, usually Oregon PEs are super hard to get.
Yep.
Any PE, right? That from any college or university, the UNCs, the Oregons, Michigans, Georgetowns, they are super rare and obviously very expensive. But this one, surprisingly, I'm not saying this was cheap, right? But the opportunity to get it was so much easier. Right, so this was an exclusive release on GOAT. And they only released it at a certain time. So GOAT did an exclusive drop for the Birds of a Feather collect. Was it Birds of a Feather? Ducks of a Feather, no. Birds of a Feather is Billie Eilish, which is a sick song, by the way. But Ducks of a Feather, so this is the exclusive one that they dropped with the box and the detailing. So what I like about it is that, again, it's subtle, it's simple, something that matches my style, but also has, if you know, you know. You have the big Oregon logo here, and obviously I got to match what I'm wearing today. Shout out Sabrina Ionescu. So the Oregon PE, and just overall, the leather quality on this, it reminds me of the all the other the Rockefeller you showed a couple of weeks before. Yeah, so it's just a simple shoe, man. And to me, I've always wanted an Oregon PE, right? But my number one grail is the Jordan 4 Oregons.
Yeah, those are very hard to get.
And especially
costly.
now, very expensive. And if you get a brand new pair now, most likely they'll crumble.
Yeah, so Nike was from Oregon, Portland, Oregon. So they sponsor the Oregon Oregon national team there, all the university teams for football, basketball, soccer, everything. So to be able to get any PE is tough, and of course expensive. But again, in hand, you actually can tell the quality that is being used.
For sure.
And it makes you wonder, why can't they do the same?
For all other...
Exactly.
They just prefer their students, dude. If you're a student athlete, you're set for life. All these Oregon or whatever college merch and gear, I love it. It's so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting, all these collegiate teams that are sponsored by a Nike brand, Jordan brand. I'm sure you know UNC also, right?
Yeah. Michael Jordan, for sure.
So those UNC like Jordan pairs.
Yeah, they're exclusive to the PEs.
Yeah,
they do so many. It's so sick.
Yeah.
I really wish they would like GR them.
Again, it's a what's the word?
It's a marketing game.
Yeah, it's
a marketing game.
Yeah, and a long wish to be able to get it, but you never know. One day they come to Malaysia, want to do a Malaysian ID.
Way,
you never know.
Wow, Nike and UM.
Why not?
No way. Dude.
I was about to say, no, UIA also?
UIA.
I'm just saying, opportunities here.
Dude,
if you know, you know.
The day that Nike collabs with UM, I'll be the first in line to get the merch, okay?
Hey,
Nike X UM.
You never know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get on to the next topic, I got a special surprise. Because
Me too.
I got a special surprise because this is something that we talked about. And I want to get your honest thoughts as your first time seeing. Even I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I literally got it, took it out of the box, and just didn't open it. Right?
Okay.
So I want to know your honest opinions when I show it to you.
Oh,
he hasn't seen this yet.
Here we go.
So I'm going to show you.
Okay, let's go.
So we've got a Jordan box. Can you tell what Jordan is? Just by the box?
Jordan 4.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you kind of know where this is going because we talked about it. I'm going to give them some ASMR, okay? Hey! We have the Jordan 4 Resto Mod. Again, this is the first time any of us have seen this, okay? I've never...
In Malaysia.
I've never seen this yet. And this is the first time I took it out of the box. So I want to know your honest thoughts before I look through it myself. I haven't seen it at all.
It's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. That's the first thing. And the materials on it, definitely way better than any better GR4 Jordan this year.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Yeah,
that's a hot take.
Like, did you even see the oxidized green?
No, I didn't.
Bro,
I didn't see it.
Pass.
I didn't see it.
Hard pass. It's still sitting. All of it's still sitting in KLCC Pavilion. If you're looking for Jordan 4s, it's all sitting, bro. They're not moving. This is a very interesting model Definitely a lot better in person than I thought.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so actually. I like the colors on it.
It's a black and white colorway, so it's the only one that I saw.
I mean, this is like a sail color,
right.
off-white here.
I think it comes with extra laces too on the side.
Yeah.
But,
So,
dude, I'm telling you, this thing is my first time saying. I'll give you very honest thoughts, right? The first thing I love is this Nike Air here.
Yep, of
if
course.
you know, I'm a sucker for Nike Air right here. But also this subtle Jumpman on the side here. You can see. Let's show the camera over there. You can see there's a subtle Jumpman on the side. There's a suede paneling mixed with, I think this is like the rubber, right? Suede, some leather, mesh, soft lining, and the Nike Air. The Nike Air just makes it a mini.
If you look at the laces, those are skater laces.
Oh, I love these laces. They are nice, thick. Oh, they do come with extra laces. See here. Yeah. So you do come with extra white laces.
This one, you got it from Good or?
Nike.com. For those who are wondering, it's available right now with a size 13.
We'll see.
Let the record be clear. I got this first before he copies me. We have it on camera now. So you cannot say who copied who, okay? Yeah. I got it first. But yeah, dude, it's nice. I might wear this to Paris, huh? It's nice.
Question for everybody and question for you. Which Jordan shoe would you wear all day without changing anything?
It has to be a Jordan 4.
Agreed. So
I would say, sorry, you said which Jordan shoe would I wear all day?
Yeah.
Any Jordan model.
Any Jordan model.
Dude, okay, you can go.
Okay. So, being in the game for a long time and being exposed to all different kinds of Jordan models, you realize one thing. As you grow older, you look at comfortability and the fact that you can go all day with it. So, I share this with you, I share this with everybody. Whenever I buy a Jordan 1, I always change the insole.
Yep, for sure.
Just because I need the extra comfort.
For sure.
Just standing up all day and working out all day, whatever, it just feeds to my body better. But if I were to not change anything and wear it all day, of course, the Jordan 4. Just because, after you break the initial layer with the foam, it kind of cozies up to your feet a lot better.
I still wouldn't wear it all day if I'm honest. Like,
if you had to, if
I had to choose any Jordan to wear all day, you'd be surprised. It's actually the Jordan 13.
13, the
Jordan 13.
Yeah.
Right, like the black hat,
okay,
the flints. Dude, Jordan 13, that shoe, it's, some people may think it's ugly, but I think it's so nice.
I believe.
And you can definitely wear it all day, right? The cushion is finally something more technologically advanced.
Yep.
Right? The only reason why I chose the 13 instead of the 12, even though the Jordan 12 has a full length zoom air, is that it's freaking bulky, dude.
Yeah.
It's so stiff on the initial wear.
Yeah,
the Jordan 13 just...
You get full plain leather.
Yeah, it's full grain leather, but it's stiff, dude. It's too uncomfortable. Right.
Yeah. So, again, coming down to as you grow older, your preferences change, right? So I was surprised you weren't going to say the Jordan 11.
No. That one also is stiff.
Quite okay.
No, but to wear all day, that pattern leather will cut into your feet.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. The front toe box, that pattern leather, will cut into your feet the longer you wear it.
Yes.
For the first 2-3 hours, fine, it's swag, comfortable. But the pattern leather is just, I know, it's uncomfortable after a long time for me. Yeah.
Okay.
So the 13s.
Good to shout out to everybody.
Yo, this guy has been stirring his coffee for the last 15 minutes. What is it? Tell me about it.
Okay, so this is a new local brand here called Richmond Coffee. I've just got this from one of my cousins who actually started the company, and they're doing quite well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. And available on Shopee and TikTok. And this will be my first sip that everybody sees.
All right, review.
Wow. Gotta say, I think it's better than what's the one? Arabica.
Really?
Yeah,
Sure,
bro. Legit. You try. You tell me.
Non-sponsored,
nothing. It's an honest first review.
Oh.
See?
Okay. I'll say it. This actually tastes quite good.
Yeah.
It's quite like cow.
Exactly.
It's very like. I'll get mine later, but okay.
Yeah.
I believe you. No wonder you've been stirring for so long.
Exactly.
Maybe the stirring makes it that much better. This should be stirring for the past 15 minutes, okay?
Yeah. Good to try local, support local. You know how it is.
Going back to what you just talked about with the Off-White collection, right? And how it started off for that trend of exposed sneakers and vintage and Virgil Ablohs, right? But what sneaker overall started it off for you?
Oh, bro. I think my journey started more than 10 years ago. The Jordan 4 Breads.
Oh.
but not the Nike Air. The
Jumpman one?
Yep.
Was that the first
So
sneaker
I
you
still
got?
remember it wasn't the first sneaker I got. It was the first sneaker I consciously got, thinking that it was basically my gateway sneaker.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I still remember it was in London. I was in Selfridges with my family. We were walking by, and in Selfridges they've got that sneaker store there.
Offspring.
Yeah, Offspring. So they always change the setup and they always upgrade. So you always walk by, you have a look and see what's interesting. So I bought sneakers throughout the years, but I wasn't consciously aware.
Right.
So this is the first sneaker I was consciously aware. I looked at it, felt everything, saw the colorway, looked at the price, and was like, "Hey, available my size,
Size
affordable,
13, yeah.
got it."
Do you remember what retail was back then?
Oh yeah, for sure, £125.
Wow.
You never forget your first.
No. Right.
So yeah, I remember £125 and bought it, fit my feet, loved it, and just enjoyed it
Wore
till
it
it
to the
broke apart.
ground. Yeah, wore it to the ground, literally.
Wore it till it broke to pieces.
Interesting. 10 years. Wow. Okay. So funny how your sneaker moment also started overseas, because
Yeah.
that's exactly what mine is as well.
Yeah, because to bring context in Malaysia, at that time it was hard for me to get my size here. So and at that time online shopping hasn't taken off yet as of now, and you literally could only get Bata shoes here in my size. No joke.
Bata or Flipper?
Bata shoes or what?
Flipper.
Yeah, there you go. So getting sneakers in my size is almost impossible lah.
Right. Okay. So saying that again, similar to you, my sort of gateway or the sneaker that started all for me was when I was overseas in London, right? I remember it was my first year studying. And I was just walking around because courses and all haven't started yet. So just walking around, chilling. And I walked to Nike Town, right? And then thinking to myself, wow, there are so many shoes here. I was overwhelmed. Because like you said, there wasn't really a setting or that culture in Malaysia. All around Malaysia, the only Nike stores to go to is like, if you remember 1U.
Yes.
Right? The super small Nike store. And it wasn't really a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
if you know, it was 1U, Mid Valley, KLCC.
Yeah,
those were,
so those were places
and
to
then
go for
eventually
sneakers.
Pavilion.
Exactly, right, when it eventually opened. But I remember walking to Nike Town and I saw it on the wall. I was like, wow, what is this Jordan 1? Right? Not knowing at that time that it wasn't really a Jordan 1. Right? The reason why I say that is because it was a Jordan 1.5.
Oh.
If you remember that. So for those of you who don't know, you have your Jordan 1 and your Jordan 2, right? But a lot of people don't know, or rather don't really realize that there was actually a Jordan 1.5. What they did was they took the upper of the Jordan 1 and they put the sole and midsole of the Jordan 2. And Jordan actually wore this. So some say this was the very first Jordan PE, the 1.5, right?
I mean, the reason he wore it is because he got injured. He had
Exactly,
a broken foot. So he didn't. I think he only used the 2 a couple of games, but the 1.5 he used majority that year.
Yeah. So me not really knowing what sneakers, I mean the whole story behind it, thinking, oh wow, it's a Jordan 1 Chicago. A Jordan 1, I was like, wow, like I gotta get this shoe, right? And then from there, I then of course eventually realized it wasn't a Jordan 1, it was a 1.5. But that didn't really deter me. To me, I wore that shoe everywhere. I was like, wow, look at me, I'm so swag with my Jordan 1 Chicago's on. Not knowing that, I mean, if a true OG here were telling you, you would know like, hey, that's not a Jordan 1 dude. I'm like, nah, Jordan 1's.
Well, I don't know if you remember. So this is again nothing nasty, nothing ranting. But what do you think of the Jordan 1 mids?
We're gonna hear some hot takes today.
Yeah, a lot of hot takes.
I am not a fan of Jordan 1 mids.
Neither
and
am
I'll tell you
I.
why. Because me putting the effort, I guess, and really trying to learn and research everything about Jordan and his models and his story, his history. When I see the mids, I don't like it, and this is very nitpicky. I maybe no hate or anything, but I hate the Jumpman on the tongue. It's on the Jordan 1, it should be Nike Air or nothing.
Yep.
Like that to me feels as if like
it's an OG lah.
Yeah. No, I get
feels
people who like it.
authentic, yeah.
I get people who like wearing Jordan 1 mids. And again, no hate if you wear Jordan 1 mids, right? But personally, it's not for me. The colorways, some of them are really nice. To be honest, some of them are really nice, but I couldn't bring myself to wear a Jordan 1 mid personally. What do you think?
Ooh, burn. I can smell all the hate mail coming your way.
It's coming. It's
coming my way also.
Don't cancel me in the comment section, okay?
No, so for me personally, right, whenever I buy a Jordan sneaker, I always look at price point, materials, and comfort, no point lah, because Jordan 1's
bricks.
there's zero
Bricks,
comfort.
yeah.
Bricks pretty much. So I look at the price point. It is priced in between a Jordan 1 low and a Jordan 1 high.
Okay.
That's the price point.
Okay.
Now, then the second point, materials. Materials on most of them are trash.
Trash.
I'm sorry to say, you can come up with 1,000,001 colorways that look good, but the minute you touch it, right, and you know it's plastic or synthetic leather, it's just, there's no way I would ever buy this for me. You know, like I've learned, you know, through research, through being patient, that, you know, if you want something enough, like a Jordan 1, you wait for a while, it goes on sale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you can get a Jordan 1, then I mean, I understand from different people's perspectives.
Yeah, of course.
Because to them, you have to understand, I think from a non-Jordan, from a non-sneakerhead, everything they see is a Jordan 1.
Yes.
Right? So regardless if it's a low, mid, or high,
Yeah.
to them it's a Jordan 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And some people, obviously, no, they don't care. If it's stylish, it fits their style, sure, any of these models. But for us, I guess, being a bit more elitist as a sneakerhead, right? I'm calling us all out, dude, it's true, right? I'll be like, yeah, Jordan 1 mid.
That's why we're here. We're educating people. We're giving them feedback. We're making sure they don't make the same mistakes that we all do. That is all. You want to call it elitist? I call it being mature.
Being mature.
Informed.
So, right. So if you wear Jordan 1 mids, let us know what you think about them. That's all I want to know.
Again, you know how I feel about them.
It's like asking people about Panda Dunks.
Ooh,
you get two very extreme opinions about the Panda Dunks.
That one that one is 1 hour show on its own, you know.
We'll save that for next time, okay?
Yep.
Panda Dunks is a good topic, right? Are you still drinking your coffee? Yeah. Tell us it's better than Arabica.
Bro, better than Arabica. Sport local.
Support local. All right. So moving on, now is a summer of sports,
Ooh.
right? It's Euro season and Olympics are coming right up. Moving on to the streetwear and lifestyle aspect of all these sports. So brands are all captivating around sports now, right? Because it's such a focal point. There was a study that showed that athletes, celebrities are all actually icons of fashion, which I think is true. So whatever they wear, really, it becomes a trend. Becomes a trend, right? So now, because of the summer of sports, a lot of brands, especially I think you mentioned Adidas, right? They're reaching deep into their vault and pulling out like old OG retro football inspired shoes, right? And I think the one that really caught my eye is when one of my buddies, Julian, posted about it. He said it was the SNS Adidas Mandel.
Yes.
Yeah, the Mandel, right? So when I looked at it, I was like, wow. This is literally, I could take it and wear to play futsal or football. But the overall design, personally, it's a bit too aggressive for me. But I can understand the street style now because right now...
You want to show it up?
I'm going to put it up. So here, we have the Adidas Predator Mandel.
By sneakers and stuff.
By sneakers and stuff. The SNS collab, right? What do you think?
Bro, you know, right, looking at that is just such a major throwback. You really see the cycles of fashion.
Yeah.
Like, this was popular, 15, 20 years ago? Like, for futsal shoes, you know? And it was available everywhere.
They're reaching deep into the vault. And now people wear it for fashion. They're not even playing sport with it.
Yeah.
It's just like it's fashion.
Yeah, definitely, because it's a statement, right?
Bloke core with the football jersey, oversized jersey, the cargos, and the Mandels.
Yeah, there you go. And I think you saw right now they're teaming up with Adidas team up with Jose Mourinho for the Sambas and Triple J.
Oh yeah. I saw those.
It's on a raffle now.
There were hella collabs now with the Adidas Samba.
Yeah.
You know, so it's riding on the popularity of
because
the original
they know next
Adidas
year
Samba.
it's definitely another phase. You know, they're phasing it out already.
Oh, next year I think it's an Air Max Thunder.
Ooh. But so again, going into the major topic, which is the summer of sports, like it's interesting that, you know, all these big brands, Adidas, Nike, Hoka's, New Balance, they're just zooming in into this particular style, which is, you know, sleek and all these suede panels and all that. But essentially, it's a futsal shoe.
Yeah. Would you wear it to play?
To play or to walk?
To play.
I mean, I don't play futsal. I haven't played futsal in years. If I could, I would probably use another shoe. But, you know, looking at it, you know, I like the colors on it. The materials look good on it. But, you know, again, like you said, it's a bit too aggressive for me.
I wouldn't wear it casually. It's too aggressive. Right. I much prefer a Samba.
Yeah, same. Easygoing, matches everything.
Yeah. There's loads of Samba collabs.
So I don't know if you can see the Nike TR90. So Nike is also going back into their vault and, of course, emulating this current trend.
There's the sunglasses, dude. T90.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. My bad. T90.
There you go.
So, that one. Soccer Bible. So Nike is coming back up with these shoes, which were famous. Like
I remember this era. Dude, I love this.
15 years ago or more, about 15 to 18 years ago,
Yeah.
this was literally on every pair of futsal players. Every backpack had them. And you're literally bringing it back.
Yeah, it's great. The iconic moment was, I think, Wayne Rooney with an ad.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
I think it was him or
Ronaldo,
not.
Wayne Rooney, there's so many.
Yeah. So, well, like you said, it's a whole cycle of trends. Right? We've come literally one full circle, 15 to 20 years already.
Yep.
Right, and coming back. And we'll see how this sort of futsal, bloke core trend continues on.
If you think like Nike and all do it, Balenciaga are doing it as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They've come up with like their own like sports inspired, shoe and all
really?
that. But, yeah, but of course,
It's luxury. It's trash.
it's luxury.
Trash.
No, thank you. Trash.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So again, would you wear this casually?
No way.
You
I don't think so. Okay, I take that back, right? Would I wear it casually? Depends on the colorway.
I mean, between the three colorways, I think you know
black.
the answer.
I'll take the black one. Obviously.
Silver.
No, dude, that's too flashy.
That's
for me.
iconic, man.
I'll take the black one.
Okay.
Or a black or a white one. Or even maybe a red one. The red and white one. Yeah,
but-
that's what I would wear.
Yeah, but of course we're skipping the main part, the yellow. Nobody wants
No,
to touch that.
yellow just belongs on the court, okay?
Yeah.
I don't mind wearing flashy colors during sports, but not as part of my everyday daily outfit. Just because my style has changed so much.
There you go.
So I don't know if you saw the past couple of days that Nike had the Paris Fashion Week showcase, and there were so many shoes that they teased. And honestly, looking at all the shoes, I'm super excited because some of my favorite models out of that pack is the Nike Spiridon, the OG Spiridon.
Did they release it a few years ago?
No, they didn't. They're bringing it
Or
back.
was that the Stussy one?
The Stussy one. They're bringing it back. The Nike OG Spiridon with the silver and the red, right? And then you have your what's it called? The Green Goblin foams, the flight posits, right? The Nike flight posits.
Yeah.
And then you have the Airscape woven, and you have the Air Max Thunder, the Nike Rifts, and my favorite out of this whole pack is that they're finally bringing back the Galaxy foam posits.
Bro, that one.
Well, let me show you guys what the Galaxy foam. This is an icon. Okay, it's a literal sneaker icon.
If you get into the sneaker game, you will always realize this is a name that is synonymous with sneakerheads, because the amount of hype, drama, and story that went into it, right?
I can't wait.
It's a story on its own. You
Insane.
can make a documentary out of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Let me pull up for you. Oh, and bam, the Nike Galaxy foam posit. Now this on its own should be enough to be like, wow, this deserves a place in sneaker history. It is a place in sneaker history, right? It's cemented there because if you're too young to know what this is, or you were old enough to know when this was released, this literally caused sneaker chaos.
Yep.
Right? So leading up to that, I want to talk about key moments in sneaker history that really changed or molded the game into what it is. Right? And this is definitely on my list. Right? So if you don't know, a brief backstory behind the Nike Galaxy foam posit. Back when foam posits were trendy, right, and really in hype, when Nike released this, people went insane. They were literally queued. Bear in mind, there were no online drops. It was all first come, first serve, no raffle. You had to camp out for sneakers, right? And I remember people were camping out for at least a month for these. 1 month outside the store, right? And camping out. And it got to a point so extreme that the sheer amount of people waiting for this sneaker, right? And the sneaker store canceled the release because there were safety concerns. Because people were starting to realize that, hey, this store only has 300 pairs, but there's 2,000 people waiting for the shoe.
Yep.
And people were, jumping queues, creating chaos. And police actually came. And when this shoe dropped, man, like the hordes of people running in to the store was crazy.
I mean, the main story, I'm sure you know this, was in New York.
Yeah.
Where the Foot Locker there had a camp out 2 weeks before release. So, like you mentioned, there was only a limited number of pairs, but of course, how many thousands of people camped out for that?
Yeah.
And it caused so much chaos that they had to cancel the release. So, similar with the Jeff Staple Pigeon, right? The first one. So, I don't know, like how did they release it in the
I
end?
don't know how people survived back then. I honestly don't know.
How did they release it? Did they
I think it was a queue system. You had to come take a number. So they sort of had a mini raffle. Right?
okay.
But still, dude, this sneaker. Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is like it was again unheard of where people who actually got the shoe were selling them or even trading them for cars.
Yeah, I remember that
Somebody
story.
traded a car for a pair of foam posits. It's mad. That's mad. When I was doing my research, I thought, wow, this is a grail. And I'm so glad they're releasing this again because my original pair is crumbled. Like because with foam posits, right? The material that they print over it, it's like an overlay print. So on a foam posit, it's posit material.
Yeah.
Right. But because they printed the Galaxy print over it, after a while it becomes sticky.
So
Yeah.
I haven't checked out my Supreme foam posits.
You think you should go back today and you go feel it. If it's waxing and sticking, it means it's done. It's done, dude.
Nah, just keep it there. Just
Which
leave
color
it
is
there.
it? Which
The black.
color? Oh, red one, dude. Come on.
Nah, it's
The
okay.
red. Black.
I'm good with black.
Black Supreme foams.
So people don't realize that each print of the Galaxy is a bit different
Yeah.
than the next.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've also got that fun factor in it,
Yeah.
lah.
It's
And
like-
of course, glows in the dark.
Yeah, it glows in the dark. No one has seen it before. Glows in the dark. Glow in the dark soul, right? And to be honest, again, this shoe, even though I most likely won't wear it, it's a good piece to have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like even as a display, you can tell the story of the story I just told you. Everyone will ask, "Hey, what's so special with your shoe?"
Yeah.
There's a story behind it, which I absolutely love.
I mean, until today, it's one of those grails I have not been able to
Yeah,
get.
it's on the list.
So it's on the list. But looking at it now, next year, hopefully they keep it as original as they can, lah.
Yeah, full with the tag. Comes with the if do not remove flight tag. There, remove before flight. The tag.
Oh.
Yeah, that's sick.
So I'm sure you know the story about the foam posits, right? Like how it came about, right?
No, you can tell the story.
Okay. So
Story
this
time.
oh yeah. So this shoe actually was made for Michael Jordan
Really?
originally.
No.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
So
I didn't know
when they
that.
so when
I
they
didn't
came
know
with the concepts, they were going to give it to him as a Jordan 11.
that. Ooh.
So the Jordan 11 when Tinker Hatfield, this wasn't made by Tinker Hatfield, by the way, it's by somebody else. So what happened was when it came out, when he was coming up with the designs, he didn't like it. So they just put it aside. And that time they also signed up Penny Hardaway. So
Right.
this essentially became unofficially his first shoe because he picked it up and
Pennies.
used it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's why if you look at the
Interesting.
back there, there's a
Yeah.
1 cent. That's his logo.
Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that was from Michael Jordan. I mean, obviously, I associate it with Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
There are so many different types of foams that Penny wore.
Yeah,
But,
so
wow.
so essentially he's got the black one, the white one, right? Those were his two main colors.
Royals.
In the Orlando days. But yeah, so he picked it up from the bag and just said, "Oh, I want this." Before he came up with his Penny 1, Penny 2. So
Yeah.
this is actually his unofficial first shoe with Nike.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, the more you know. Story time.
There you go.
Cool. Moving on to one of our final topics for this episode. We were we were just mentioning how about campouts and people trading cars for the shoes, right? But with any sort of commodity or I guess luxury good, there is definitely a second market, which means there will always be resellers.
It's been going on for many years.
Right.
Like people just don't realize it because it's synonymous.
Right,
Like
right.
in England, I don't know if you've ever been. Remember, like football games, they'll
Yes.
tout, ticker
Oh,
tout.
right,
They will
right,
ticker
right.
tout.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's illegal to ticker tout, but back then, how can you chase,
there's
right?
no regulation,
Yeah,
right?
no
Yeah,
regulation.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's always been like that. Even in Malaysia, back in the day, concerts. Like I still remember Ricky Martin concert in Malaysia.
Ricky
yeah, bro,
Martin.
people were selling tickets outside.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's no regulation. How would you check, right? How would you validate?
No, I think that, like you said, I think it's true that resellers have always been there. But I really think the rise of the reseller, to me, really came about when sneaker.
Oh yeah.
When sneakers were really prominent
basically
in Malaysia.
when online shopping became a thing and bots and all these things came into play.
It changed the game.
Yeah, it changed the game.
It changed the game.
I'm sure you know last year about the Coldplay fiasco, right?
Yes.
You saw that video,
yes.
the viral video
Yeah.
of the I don't want to say is she Malaysian or no?
I don't know. Singaporean.
Yeah, whichever lah. So there was this girl online who literally used bots
Yeah.
and bought like 100 Coldplay tickets and
Yeah.
resold them at
Yeah.
like 100% profit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what she's doing is legal.
Yeah.
It's not illegal.
Yeah, you're still buying it.
You're still buying.
You're
still
legally
pay-
purchasing it, right?
Yeah, you're legally purchasing just from a secondary market. So, at the end of the day, it's just the way the system is built, and it's sad to see that sometimes we are at the behest of the resellers.
We're bound by them.
Yeah,
Right.
They're like literally the bane of some of my
It's a
existence.
love-hate relationship. Honestly, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
right?
it is. Sometimes you love them, sometimes you hate them, and
absolutely.
sometimes you can't do much.
Yeah. So the reason why I say this is because I used to be a reseller. Hey, I need to make money somehow, right?
Just remember, hate on him, not me. Hate on him.
And reselling to some people is their core business. They literally make a living from reselling sneakers, concert tickets,
everything,
bags,
bro, luxury goods,
luxury,
anything.
Right? So.
Remember at one point there was like an iPhone reseller market? I was like, why?
I can't be people reselling iPhones for the people who couldn't wait.
No, so, exactly. So imagine, right? I still remember it was the iPhone 12 or 13.
iPhone 10.
iPhone 10.
Yeah.
Literally, for like the maximum 256 gig and whatever this particular 9,000 ringgit. And I was like, how?
Yeah.
Why would you want to pay extra for it to be? You're gonna get it anyway.
You just can't wait. Right? You just can't. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. That is a bit too much, right?
Yeah.
But coming as a reseller myself, I've seen the evolution of resellers, right? And let me tell you, resellers now will find the best and most efficient ways to cop whatever that is, sneakers in this case, just to flip and make more money, right? So it all started from Team Manual. Before online drops, before online raffles, before Nike introduced their sneaker system, before bots, right? It was always manual resellers. And what I mean by that, because I've done it myself, I'm going to expose a lot of people out here, but it's okay. We come here to educate, right? It's when you make connections with the respective managers of these sneaker stores. So Foot Locker, Adidas, JD, who you knew were having these exclusive drops.
Yep.
And you would just tell them, hey, when the stock comes in, like, pull me aside some pairs, right? And you would pay whatever manager a percentage of the profit, right? Which means that, for example, for all intent and purposes, this is an example, right? If the shoe came out and retailed at, let's say, 1,000 ringgit, the retail, maybe at that time retail is 800 ringgit, right? You say, okay, you pull me a pair, I'll pay you another 800 ringgit, which means you will pay this guy for the shoe, 800 ringgit, and you pay him another 800 ringgit as commission for him the back door to take it out from the stock for you. But what that only means is that the manager's making one cut, and as a reseller, you have the shoe, you make another cut. So even if I paid 1,600 for this pair of Yeezys, let's say, right? I paid 1,600, I resell it for 4,000 ringgit, dude. Like, so that's the margins, right? It's okay when you think about it from a quantity perspective. You're playing the numbers game, right? But as a store manager, you're loving life because he's not the only reseller. He's doing it too. Imagine 10 other resellers do the same thing. Yeah. So each of them gives you 800, 800, 800. Dude, it's mad, right? And the reason why, and I know this because I have done this also, the reason why there are so limited pairs in store sometimes is because when the stock comes in, half of it is already gone. Backdoor.
Of course.
It's been backdoor already. That's how we used to do it, right? I'll go to the manager, I say, hey, I want 10 pairs of, let's say, Yeezy 350s, right? And each one I pay you extra on top. Just take it, dude. Literally, the day after the drop, a bunch of us, and we would know who all these people are. We'll go to the back of the alley, through the back door of, let's say, Foot Locker, and just take our pants and walk off. That's how reselling started, manually. And then obviously as sneaker stores got wiser and more innovative, they started moving everything to online drops. Yep. And I know you experienced it before because for those of you who don't know, every time there's an online sneaker drop, you realize, if you don't know, you go on, the site crashes. Yep. The reason why the site crashes is because of bots. So as we round up this topic, sneaker bots, right? It's just technological innovation. And I guess, again, a love-hate relationship with bots. Because I've also run bots before. I know exactly how they work. So what do you think about it? Before I explain how it works, I want to know your thoughts.
Well, on bots.
On resellers and bots.
So again, right, resellers, it's a business model for them, right? You at the end of the day, they're not wasting. They're utilizing their time and effort, and they should be rewarded accordingly. But even though it's a secondary market and we shouldn't be encouraging this, sometimes we just don't have a choice. Like again, in my case, my size, do I really have a choice?
No.
Exactly. This is coming down from the main issue, which is in Malaysia, I don't have any scarcity of resources, right? I don't have many places that have my shoe size. Even I go to Doc Martin also, they wouldn't have my shoe size.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this is coming from that. But essentially, it's, I can't complain because at the end of the day, if they take all my size 13s and if I want to buy a pair, they set the price. I have to just follow suit. I really have no choice. It is a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I love it because the price isn't too expensive. Like, say for example, Jordan 4 Military Blue.
Yeah.
We both got them from a reseller.
Basically retail.
Essentially retail, because when I look at the price at StockX and GOAT, just to buy it and send it to Malaysia, I'm better off paying it here.
Yeah. And you have it in hand already.
Exactly.
Ready stock, right?
So, and if any issues I wouldn't say complain, but so
at least
far
you know
no
where to
issues.
find the guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I get that. So would you say that basically sometimes when you're looking at sneakers to buy and resell, you already know you got paid resell instead of retail. So that is your new retail price.
Yeah, pretty much. You are at behest of them.
Right. Okay, interesting. So as we close up, one final thing I want to mention is maybe I want to explain how bots work. For those of you who don't know, take notes, right? And sneaker bots are getting more and more advanced as we go along, right? Not just sneaker bots, any other, let's say, concert ticket bots, right? So essentially what it is that is an algorithm script running on the website, right? And a lot of places counter this now, but it's a cat and mouse game, chicken and egg, right? Every time you upgrade your website security, the bot upgrades also, right? And it's developers, which I think is really cool because it creates a sort of demand for this kind of skill set. Coders, web developers, UI, UX, right? To actually write a sneaker bot, right? For example. But how it works is that essentially you're creating an automated script, which does so. If I ask you, if you go on a manual website, how long would it take you to go to the website, go to the product, choose your size, add to cart, go to cart, check out, put in your information? Couple of minutes. The bot does it in 1 second.
There you go.
Literally, and it doesn't do it just for one order. It does it for hundreds of orders. So you press one button to run the script, 100 products added to your cart to check out already. And you have all your information ready to check out. And that's how essentially a bot works. And now, from a reselling perspective, it's not about who has the better internet speed. It's about who has the better bot.
Yep, for sure.
Because if 10 people had the same sneaker bot and 10 people are adding the same products to their cart using a bot, who gets it first?
True.
This is already a different level.
I mean, again, that's the evolution of the game, right?
Yeah.
It's next is AI, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now,
ChatGPT,
AI
write me a
bots
script.
ready. Yeah, there you go. Ask ChatGPT, write me a script. That's it, done deal.
Yeah.
And, it's affordable.
Yeah, I know. Pay for subscription, right?
Yeah, but of course, there's also another example which I would share, which I think you also, I don't know if you've heard about it. But, do you remember the J Balvin Jordan?
Oh, yes. I told you I love it. J Balvin is a G. I loved it.
That was an amazing way to counter bots.
Yep.
Okay.
You can tell the story.
So basically, J Balvin dropped his Jordan 3 Retro last month, the black colorway, amazing colorway as well. He dropped it on his own website, his personal website. But if you were a member of the website, you would get an email giving you a discount code. But if you were not a member and you got a bot to purchase it, the price of the shoe was about $20,000 US.
25,000.
There you go, 25,000. So it was a creative way to screw over the sneaker bots.
Some research checked out like 5 different pairs, 25,000 each.
Yep, and you have to pay.
Yeah.
You can't escape
and the
it.
website said no refunds or returns.
Yep.
So those are the terms.
Yeah.
Wow, that was genius. I thought, like you said, an absolutely genius way to counter bots.
Yeah. Because like you said, when one side gets smarter, the other side gets smarter.
Yeah.
So essentially it's
like solving captures. Do you know bots can even solve captures now?
There you go.
It's crazy. It's mad.
Getting out of hand now.
Wow.
Bro, next thing you know, they'll be taking our jobs.
Oh. Is this the Matrix?
Terminator, bro. Terminator.
Let us know in the comment section down below if you have any experience or good or bad things to say about resellers. So that takes us to the end of this episode. Before we close things up, I want to bring back the Jordan 4 Resto Mod again and ask our producers, what do you guys think about this shoe? Rate this out of 10, dude. 100. Oh, okay. Rate. It's nice. Rate this shoe out of 10. 10. Oh, okay. I see you. Let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think of the Jordan 4 Resto Mod. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow, share, all that good stuff. Until next time,
keep it fresh.